Hey folks, how's it going? This is going to be a really quick video, or at least I'm going to try to make it a quick video. I've talked in the past about how the dollar is losing value, and it's going to cease to be, as time as the reserve currency of the world is limited. It's going to cease to be the reserve default currency of the world. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me and tell me, you're lying, you're spreading BS, why are you doing this? The dollar is going to stay top dog for decades to come. It's the most trusted and valued and strongest currency out there. I hate to tell you, if you believe that, you're sadly mistaken. You're not paying attention to what's going on. But this particular article that I want to go over today, it talks about how it relates to the United States going cashless. And while this particular story comes out of Australia, it's important that we understand what's happening here. The link for this article is going to be in the description below, as always. Before I get into this video, or into this article though, I appreciate you watching. I'd appreciate it if you would hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. They really help out with the algorithms and the shadow banning that YouTube is notorious for when it comes to channels like mine. All right, so this article, actually it's not even an article. I got word of the article from somebody else, but then I looked it up just to verify this. I looked it up on the bank's actual website. And here's the story, basically. It comes out of Australia. The Macquarie Bank has announced that between January 2024 and November 2024, they will be phasing out all cash and check services across all Macquarie banks and branches, and wealth management products, including pensions and super accounts. I'm guessing a super account in Australia is something like our 401ks or Roth IRAs or what have you. They will also be shutting off their automated telephone banking services used to make payments over the phone. All right, so, and this comes directly from the bank's website. That means from November 2024, they will no longer offer cash or check services. Instead, you'll be able to make payments digitally. And there's a line here, it's going to be key. I'll get back to it here in a minute, but it's a safer, quicker, and more convenient way to bank. Now, they give a timeline here. From January 2024, you will no longer be able to order a checkbook for a new cash management account. So a bank account or your retirement account or your investment account, you will, as of January 2024, you can no longer order checkbooks for those accounts. As of March 2024, you can't make any payments using the automated telephone banking services. As of May 2024, deposits or withdrawals of cash and checks, deposits or withdrawals of cash or checks over the counter at any branch will cease. You'll no longer be able to order a checkbook on any account, new or pre-existing. Customers can continue to withdraw cash at ATMs. However, cash deposits and branch withdrawals will no longer be available. Now, November 2024, write or deposit checks, not going to happen. You can't, that includes bank checks. You can't deposit or withdraw cash. You can't make contributions or payments with checks to your super accounts or whatever. Now, understand this, what this means is you're not going to be able to go in there and deposit cash into your bank account. You're not going to be able to withdraw cash from your bank account. You're not going to be able to take a check that somebody gives you and deposit it into your bank account. You're not going to be able to take a check that's been given to you and cash it at your bank account or at your bank. I'm assuming this is going to include payroll. You're not going to be able to do any kind of check or cash transfers or transactions at your bank account. Now it says here that you'll no longer be able to You can withdraw cash from ATMs. However, you're not even going to be able to make a cash deposit at an ATM. You can't withdraw from branches. I don't know how's that going to work with the ATMs, or is that going to end up being a limited time thing? Because here they are, they're giving you a 90-day notice of what they're going to be doing, and then over the next 11 months, they're going to be phasing out cash and checks. So it becomes completely 100% digital, easy to trace, easy to report for taxation. Now, again, customers can continue to withdraw cash at ATMs. How long is that going to last? Is that going to be like a 30-day thing? Is it going to be 60, 90 days? Or are they going to carry that on for another 6 months or a year? Obviously, that's going to be a temporary thing. There's going to be a limit on how long you're going to be able to do that. My view is ATMs are going to become a thing of the past, because once banks stop accepting cash. Okay, so obviously they're going to stop paying out in cash at ATMs at some point. Another thing to consider is businesses. I know here in the U.S. everybody says it's illegal to refuse to accept cash. Well, no, it isn't. If you actually look at the laws don't say businesses have to take or have to accept cash. There is no law stating any business in the U.S. has to accept cash. In fact, the wording of the law states that businesses have that. It's their discretion. So cash is coming to an end. Now, I know what a lot of my viewers are in the U.S. They're going to be thinking, I'm in the U.S., this is in Australia. What in the world does this have to do with me? Well, the simple truth is, Australia has given up a lot of their rights and freedoms. I'll grant you that. A lot of them. They've basically become a very strict police state. But the reason this is important is, especially to us here in the U.S., is this is giving you a preview of how this is going to go down whenever they do it here. And they will be doing it here. The U.S. will be going through this. And this is a preview. We're seeing firsthand right now how this is going to go down. They're going to give you a 90-day notice that they're going to implement these plans. And then they're going to take up to a year to start phasing it out, to slowly filter out the cash. And I would think that what they're going to do is, as these banks receive this cash up to a certain point, they're going to be taking it out of circulation. Now, at some point, you're going to be able to draw cash out of the ATM, but their banks are not going to accept it anymore. So then you're going to be stuck with cash. Cash that some businesses may or may not accept, because why would they accept cash if they're not going to be able to take it to their bank and deposit it? So that's going to quickly leave people with stacks and stacks of cash. So what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. This is going to be where they do one of two things. They're either going to say, surrender your cash at such and such bank for a certain amount of credit. Or they're going to say, we're instituting a new digital currency, and you can trade in your old paper currency that's no longer valid, no longer of value, can't be used in any businesses, won't be accepted in any banks. We'll accept that in trade for this new digital currency. And the ratio is going to be something, 4-to-1, 5-to-1, 10-to-1, 20-to-1, who knows? It's going to be whatever they set it up as. I guarantee you, though, it's going to benefit the bank and the wealthy and hurt the average American. But say let's just go with the 4-to-1 ratio. Okay, you can trade your cash and your coins for this new digital currency at a ratio of 4-to-1. So for every $4 of this currency, you'll get $1 of this new currency. You understand what I'm saying? For every $4 of this paper currency you're holding in your hands, you're going to get $1 of this new digital currency. That's if it's a 4-to-1. If it's a 10-to-1, it's going to take $10 of this old worthless paper money to get you $1 of this digital currency. And you're going to get, when they start doing all of this, you're going to get stuck with all of this cash in your hands. If any money that's in your bank account is going to be probably converted over at the exact same ratio, I would not believe for a second that they will give you dollar for dollar equal exchange, because they can't make money that way. And these resets like this, anytime a currency gets reset, it's done in a way so that corporations, banks, the wealthy, the elites, the bankers, they all make a killing off of it while you lose half or more of your wealth. So any money that's in your bank account when they do this, you're automatically going to lose somewhere between 50 to 75% of the value of that money. So if you got $100 in your bank account, bam, you've automatically lost up to $75. You'll probably end up with $25 in your bank account. If you're holding cash in your hand, it's going to be as bad, if not worse, because, as I said, you're not going to be able to spend this cash anywhere. Businesses won't take it if they can't deposit it. Other people will not take this cash if they can't deposit it, and if they can't use it to pay bills or buy goods. So it's going to be useless as an exchange of barter. So again, you're going to lose 25, 50, 75% of the value of your currency. Right off the bat, you're going to lose money. And it's going to hit the poor people, the average American, the working guy and gal. It's going to hit them the worst. People on welfare, I would say that people on welfare, people on government benefits, chances are they'll give them a slightly different ratio, whereas the average person, the average taxpayer that works 40 to 60 hours a week, you'll have a 4-to-1 ratio, for example. Anybody on food stamps, on welfare, you'll probably get something like a 2-to-1 ratio. It'll be a little bit less, just, for income equality. We got to make everything equal, right? We got to make sure nobody is ahead of anybody else. Unless you're a politician, a banker, or a super wealthy already. Then the rules are different for you. But this is what's going to happen. This is what's coming. And they're going to sell you this. They've already told you how they're going to sell this to you. It'll be a safer, quicker, more convenient way to bank. Safer. They're going to say this is going to be so much safer because you're not going to have any counterfeiting with all these counterfeit bills that keep circulating around. You're not going to have to worry about that. It's going to be quicker because this new digital currency, the transactions are going to go through in fractions of a second, whereas right now it takes anywhere from a few minutes to up to 7 days for money to be transferred at times. If you've ever taken something back to a store to get a refund and they want to put it on your card, you know for a fact it can take anywhere from a day to 7 days for that money to get transferred from that store back to your account. It only takes them a second to charge your account for that money, but it takes them 7 days to return it to your account. They're going to cue this in they're going to advertise this as being quicker because it'll take seconds or fractions of a second. It's going to be more convenient because you can do it online. You can do it from your laptop. You can do it from your cell phone. No longer having to pick up the phone and talk to a stupid computer. No need to go by an ATM and put in a card and punch in key numbers and whatever. You're not going to have to go into a bank branch and fill out this piece of paper and slide your card and put in your PIN number and all this stuff. This is how they're going to sell it to people. And people are going to fall for this. People will fall for this. This is what's going to happen. They're going to do it this way. This is how they're going to sell it. And people will buy into this. And all you're doing is giving up your freedom. When this happens, you'll be losing more freedom. You'll be losing more privacy. You'll be getting taxed more, because then they'll be able to track, trace, and tax every little transaction. Think about, a lot of us still use cash. Think about how many times you go to a store and you spend cash. Think about if you go to a yard sale and you buy something off somebody with cash, or to a flea market, or to a craft show, you pay with cash. That's not going to happen anymore. You're going to be doing electronic transfers for every one of these things, and then it's going to be traced. Every little dollar or 50 cents that you spend is going to be traced, and it's going to be taxed. You think you're taxed now? You have no idea how much you're going to be taxed until this starts. You're going to be taxed beyond reason when this happens. And it's coming. And again, people are going to buy into it. It's safer. It's quicker. It's more convenient. People bought into it with cards when we switched to doing debit cards primarily. It's faster. It's safer. It's more convenient. People bought into it. There's a lot of people out there, they don't even use cash anymore, hardly. There's a lot of people out there that try to hold on to that cash because they think cash is king and it's always going to be around. Well, it's not. Cash's time is limited. The day is coming when cash will no longer exist. They're telling you right here, this one bank right here in Australia is giving you a preview of exactly what's going to happen, how it's going to go down. Pay attention to this kind of stuff, folks. All right, that's all I've got. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. You got to watch out for this stuff, folks, and you've got to start making plans on what you will do, how you will preserve your wealth and your freedom when things like this happen. They're going to they're going to suck the wealth out of everybody when this happens. So you better have other ways of storing and holding your wealth than cash and keeping it in your bank account. Have some other way of storing and holding on to your wealth. Because paper currency, it's going the way of the dinosaurs, folks. It's dying. Its days are numbered. Just be prepared. I appreciate you watching. Until next time, folks, take care, and I'll catch you later.